Amigos y fanáticos de ContralonaPR, me encuentro aquí en la discoteca La Boom en New York a solo minutos para que dé comienzo la Guerra 2 presentada por Amaro Productions, y a mi lado se encuentra nada más y nada menos que parte del staff de Lucha Underground, Matt Striker. How you doing?
Good to see you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. We know you about your career in WWE. Now you're in Lucha Underground. How's it been in Lucha Underground?
I think anytime I get to extend my career in the sport that I love, it's good. You hear a lot of people say, oh man, this could be better, this can't. Any day where you don't have to wake up and do something that you don't want to do is a good day. So being with Lucha Underground is a blessing to me.
Can you talk us about your career in WWE? Did you enjoy it?
That's a great question. I can feel myself start to smile because I'm still that 7-year-old little kid that started watching wrestling. So when I think back onto my career, it's like there's a 7-year-old kid watching me and probably hating me. But WrestleMania was a highlight. Wrestling with Kurt Angle was a highlight. But also just, and you take it for granted, but just being around a Shawn Michaels, being around a William Regal or a Triple H every day. Sitting with them, they're at the table over there eating. I can hear what they're saying. I can watch their matches. Those were really the things I took away most from my time with WWE.
Well, you were part of WrestleMania 23, right?
Yeah, WrestleMania 23, I competed, and I commentated on, I think, 24 and 25. Might have been in a Battle Royal in 22, but who really keeps track?
Great. How you compare your work in Lucha Underground with the WWE?
To compare them would be difficult. Apples and oranges, I really do believe that. But I think you just would look at almost, if I've gone to 8 years of university, and then I've gone on now to a new job, and I've been there for about a year, I'm applying all the things I've learned in university at my new job. It's the same thing here, but a lot of the things I learned at WWE University aren't applicable here. So I'm learning again, which is fun. I think that's how we stay young and how we grow, is to keep learning.
Originally, you were a teacher, right?
Yeah, you believe that? I actually told people what to do. Yeah, I taught high school social studies. I loved it.
Do you ever consider going back to be a teacher?
Yeah, of course. The physical part of wrestling won't last forever, and the mental part, God willing, will. But if an opportunity were to come, it's not something I would, say, who wants to do that? Because it wasn't really work. It was talking to kids, and no matter where you're from, what country, wherever you are, our kids are great. If you ever just talk and spend time with them, they're fascinating, and they're going to be, us one day. So it's not really work for me.
Lucha Underground. The first season was awesome. Everybody around the world talked about it. What can we expect in the next season of Lucha Underground?
I've been asked this question quite a bit, and I always mention something I learned from Jerry the King Lawler. I don't want to know what's coming. I want to be as surprised as the fans are. But if I were to put on my thinking cap, I could imagine that they're really going to try to outdo what they did. I mean, you can't not. You go on a great first date, you have to follow it up with something really good on the second. So,
how does Matt Striker start in Lucha Underground? Did someone come to you, call you? How was it?
In wrestling, it's crazy. Let's see, on a Thursday evening, my phone rang. I was coming back from, I play hockey, that was my sport. I was coming back from playing hockey in my wet clothes, I'm driving, and the phone rang, and the discussion was about a 10-minute one, and they said, can you get on a plane tomorrow? And that's the life of, professional athlete and pro wrestler. I got on the plane, we went down there, and the minute I stepped foot into that building, into the temple, it's just one of those things, and I'm a man of faith. It was right, and you knew it was right, and nothing anyone could do would undo what has been made right. And that's how that happened.
A highlight for you in Lucha Underground?
There's a bunch. I began to find myself kind of rooting, which I shouldn't be, for two guys, Mil Muertes and Drago. So every time they would have matches, I almost found myself kind of like jumping up out of my chair, and not figuratively, literally, and it got the fire in me for wrestling back, and that was a highlight for me because it reminded me, hey, you're still blessed to have, 2 working legs and 2 working arms and a barely working brain. Don't don't miss out on what you could be doing in ring as well. So that was a highlight. And getting to know and surviving a relationship with Vampiro is always a life highlight as well.
How's it been working with Vampiro as an announcer?
It's fantastic because you learn in anything, no matter what you do, allow people to be who they are. And as long as it doesn't infringe upon the job you're doing, it doesn't make your job difficult, then allow people to be what they are, because there's something organic and real about it. There's no one like Vampiro. And to allow him, to try to stifle him would be awful. I love working with him. I never know what's going to come next. And I think that also is a beauty in life. We wake up every day, we have no idea what's waiting for us. So there you go.
La Guerra 2 here in La Boom. How was you contacted for being here, working here with Savio Vega?
Well, first let me say this. Normally when I walk into a wrestling arena, I'm usually pretty confident. I'm confident in where I've been, what I've learned, and how I'm going to be. I know it's not the tough guy thing to say, but I was really, really nervous today, and I still am, because I've always watched Savio Vega, and as well as a lot of the other wrestlers on the card today. And I think it's really nice in Queens, New York, my hometown, that wrestlers that we don't get to see every single weekend are actually here. You know, Apollo, Chicano, Noriega. I mean, where else are you going to see them? So I'm intimidated, and I think hopefully that'll bring out a nice thing in me, because if I am trained well and I am smart and I am desperate, I could be dangerous. I don't know. But that's that. As far as how I got here, Hugo Savinovich just asked, Atanga, would you be appreciated to wrestle? And I said, yes, of course. And he said, okay, you wrestle Savio Vega. And I said, wait, hang on, can we? So let's see how this turns out.
We don't want to take much of your time. Can you send a message to all the fans in Puerto Rico and around the world that are watching you right now?
Yeah, I've been all around the world. One place I've never been is Puerto Rico. My trainer, Johnny Rods, always tells me stories about Puerto Rico. And the most beautiful and big-hearted women I've ever met always come from the island of Puerto Rico. So I want to come to Puerto Rico. That's it. I love the island, I love the people, and I love the wrestling.
Matt Striker, thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure. We wish you all the best in your career and in Lucha Underground also. Matt Striker, mi gente, lo vieron aquí. ¿En dónde más? En ContralonaPR, conectando la lucha libre contigo.